Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another video. We got a fun one prepared today. This is going to be one of our picks and predictions videos. We're going to be breaking down one of our round one college football playoff games we have coming up for the 2024 college football season. We just did Notre Dame versus Indiana. Now we're going to be completely breaking down the matchup between number 10 SMU 11-2 versus number 4 Penn State 11-2. We're going to break down the matchup, break down the rosters, try to predict the outcome, who's going to win, who's going to lose, what the final score will be. We'll also touch on the best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, please drop them below and I will respond. Every week we go over every single college football game, the top 25, the non-top 25, and we also do the same thing for every NFL game as well. If you're a football fan, if you're a sports fan, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. So we're breaking down SMU versus Penn State, ACC versus Big Ten. Both of these teams lost in the conference championship, but both lost very, very close games. This is a good matchup. It's going to be Rhett Lashlee versus Franklin. Who's going to win? Who's going to win this game in the trenches? Both teams want to win this game basically based off of their defense. Right now, Penn State, they come into this game as a heavy favorite coming out of the very physical Big Ten. They have a 67.2% chance to win this game. 8.5-point favorites. That's a pretty big spread here for a playoff matchup. This is the first year of the 12-team playoff. This is completely wide open. Anyone can honestly win it this season. There's not a truly dominant team in the 2024 college football season, but who's going to get there? We got multiple rounds to go to. The over-under here is 53.5. SMU, Rhett Lashlee squad. He's built this team through the portal. He has this team humming. First year in the ACC, and they almost won the ACC conference, made it to the ACC championship game. Stone goes out. Jennings has stepped in. This team has never looked back at the quarterback position. He can throw it, but it's what he can do on the ground that makes the difference. He can scramble. When he runs, he picks up massive yardage on the ground. Right now, he's closing in on 3,100 passing yards, 22 touchdowns, 8 picks. He also has 5 rushing touchdowns. They're averaging 38.5 points a game. That's a top 15 offense in the nation. They're throwing for 273.2, running for 176.1, and they're giving up 20.8 points a game. That's not elite, but that's above average. They have a defense, a good enough defense to where they can win almost any game because their offense scores so many points, but they have to do what they do best, shut down the run game. They are giving up 93.4 yards on the ground. That's one of the better rush defenses in all of college football. But that's going to be a very tall task here. Penn State has one of the best 1-2 running back punches in the nation. They have Allen, they have Singleton. They're going to keep them fresh. They're going to be rotating those guys consistently. You have to be able to shut them down for not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 quarters of bruising, running downhill, physical, line of scrimmage football. That's much easier said than done. Penn State, they're going to be rolling out Drew Aller, the veteran. He's closing in on 2,900 yards, 21 touchdowns, 7 picks. They're averaging 33.6 points a game. They don't have a lighted up offense, but they showed they can move the ball, especially when they played the Ducks this past weekend. Right now, they're throwing for 253.1 yards per game, running for 202.2, but it's that defense. That's what's going to get them victories. They're giving up 16.4 points a game. That's a top 15 defense in the nation statistically. And they're only giving up about 300 yards of offense every single game. That defense, though, they're top 15 in the nation. They're top 10 in tackles for a loss. They're top 10 in sacks. They're top 10 in quarterback pressures. Allen's defense, they're going to get after. They're going to blitz you. They're going to be pinning their ears back and coming out. How does SMU's offensive line handle over 4 quarters of these guys coming after Jennings? Jennings can scramble. That's the difference maker here, but Penn State's going to try to come in from the edge, try to keep him bottled up in the pocket, force them into third and long passing situations, keep him from being able to scramble, keep him from being able to get outside of the pocket, hit the corners. They don't want that. They want to force SMU to have to beat them vertically through the air. That's going to be easier said than done, but they definitely have a defense that's more than capable of doing it. This is one of the best defenses in the country, and it all comes down to that defensive line, the line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage, the trenches, that's what's going to decide this matchup. Looking at the playmakers, obviously for SMU, they have Jennings. They have the transfer from Miami, Brashard Smith. He's 30 yards shy of 1,300. They have the tools. They have the weapons on the ground to be able to extend time of possessions, keep Penn State's offense off the field. But that's going to be a tall task here versus Penn State defense. They're going to stack that line. Their goal is to shut down SMU's run game and force them into a passing team over the 4-quarter period. They also have Daniels at the receiver position. And for Penn State, like I said, 2 of the best running backs in the nation, Singleton, Allen, you got to shut down both of them. They can also catch balls in the passing game. If Drew Aller gets pressured, he has guys he can dump the ball off to. The X factor here, though, is going to be Tyler Warren. This is a guy on third down situations, on third and long situations. He comes down with every single contested catch. He's closing in on 1,100 yards receiving. The guy's a one-man wrecking machine. Just look what he did versus USC. He had like 19 catches that game. He's basically unstoppable when he's on. I don't see the linebackers on SM currently that are capable of keeping up with him and keep him from getting those pass catches. This guy is legitimate. He's going to be a first-round pick. He's a beast. That added with the running game, when Penn State can run the ball, it's going to open up the play action. And God forbid if you have him wide open in the play action, it's going to be a feast for Penn State. I think Penn State's going to get out to the early lead. They're going to be able to maintain it, but they're going to really stretch it out as we get to that late third, early fourth quarter. That's when the physicality starts to wear you down. That's when they just run the clock, time of possession. They have 6 to 8 minute possessions every time they have the ball. I have Penn State ultimately winning this one. The Big Ten beating the ACC here, 33-21. I have them covering the spread. We're going to go just slightly with the over. It's not a disrespect to SMU. They're a very talented team. I was pulling for them to make the playoffs. I said earlier, there's no way Alabama should, under any circumstances, make the playoffs over an 11-1 regular season SMU. Do not punish them for the conference championship, but Penn State's physicality. They played the Buckeyes close. They played the Ducks close. They played better competition. They are deeper, and it's that defense and that defensive front that's going to make the difference. So that's our pick and prediction for our SMU versus Penn State round 1 college football matchup. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments about this game or anything else, please drop it below, and I will respond. Thank you.